Hi Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope for April 2025. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. My horoscopes are based on the UK time zone, and please watch them in this order: your rising sign first, then your sun sign, and finally for your moon sign. So I'm going to break April down into 4 weeks, and I'm going to pay particular attention to the moon, what it's doing, how it moves through your chart, what houses it sits in, how it supports you in those houses, and when. So let's start with week 1, Tuesday the 1st until Sunday the 6th of April. On the 1st of April, the moon is in Taurus and it's in your third house of communication and perspective. And it's sitting next to Uranus, the planet of the miraculous and the unexpected, and they're both in Taurus. So it's likely that on the first day of April, April Fool's Day, you're going to see something that completely changes your perspective on everything. And changing your perspective and your knowledge is then going to change your vibe, and it's going to change what it is you devote yourself to. So expect the first of the month to be really significant in terms of the way you see the world and what happens afterwards as a result of that. It's going to be incredibly empowering. Then on the 2nd and 3rd, we've got the moon going into Gemini, and it joins Jupiter, the lucky planet, which is also sitting in your 4th house of family. So these 2 days are great to spend with family members, to have wonderful conversations, to enjoy each other's company, but also by being around family, something lucky may occur. Some unexpected event may arise. You may get a bit of information that really helps you out, or as a family you do something which results in some sort of fabulous unexpected outcome. If possible, make sure that you spend time with your nearest and dearest on the 2nd and 3rd. Then on the 4th, 5th, and 6th, we've got the moon going into Cancer, and it goes into your 5th house of what you love to do work-wise and love in general, romance, passion, desire. Now, the moon is in Cancer and it joins Hades, and that's the part of the chart where you really don't want to have a look. And Mars, which is in Cancer, and that's also interesting because Mars is the planet of the masculine, desire, what you want, what you're not going to compromise on. It rules Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, but here it's in Cancer, so it's forced to take care of other people and to nurture others. So with this placement as well, on the 4th of April, the moon reaches its 2nd quarter, so it's a half moon and it's waxing, it's getting bigger, on its way to becoming a full moon on the 12th of April. So you may notice this surge of energy, and the area of focus will be what is it that you love to do in your working life that you may have ignored up until now, that you have procrastinated on. So if it's a bunch of paperwork, if it's the organizational logistics of it, you'll be able to look at those things on the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and you'll be able to get those done. But as a warning, we still have Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity and prosperity. That's still in retrograde until the 12th of April. So if you meet someone on the 4th, 5th, or 6th who seems like, oh, the angels are singing and this is the absolute right person for me, be very, very cautious around that. It may be the exact opposite. It may seem like the perfect partner, but then turns out to be completely different. So if you meet someone and their immediate sparks and major chemistry, just be very cautious around that. So in this first week of April, the moon starts on the 1st in your 3rd house of communication, and it ends on the 6th in your 5th house of what you love. So that's the very base of your chart. It's the way you see the world. It's who you love. It's your family. It's where you belong. And it's also an understanding of what you love to do work-wise and completing things that are outstanding, right? What it isn't about is getting wrapped up in someone or something that doesn't make you feel like home. So for you, exercise real caution during the first week, because you could be misled by someone who presents themselves one way but then turns out to be completely different. Week 2, Monday to Sunday, the 7th to the 13th of April. On the 7th and 8th, we have the moon in Leo, and that joins your transiting ascendant, also in Leo, in your 6th house of work, your daily routine, and the structures of your life. And the moon in Leo is very confident. It likes to be in the spotlight. So these 2 days, if there's anything in your work where you have to present, or if you have to go for job interviews, or you choose to go for job interviews, or you want to make a speech, and particularly something that's quite authentic and that stems from the heart, you'll nail that. You'll do really well with that. But also, these 2 days will give you the confidence to resolve anything that's incorrect as far as the way you treat your own body and your own health is concerned. So let's say there's absolutely no exercise, or there's a terrible diet, or there's some sort of an addiction. Leo gives you the confidence to say, I don't need this. I am not defined by my addiction or the way I treat my body. I have the confidence and the strength to overcome this and to make changes, and I'm going to work towards that. Also on the 7th, we have Mercury, the communication planet. That goes direct. So if you've had problems with communication or transportation over the last few weeks, expect that to disappear and for things to be much more straightforward. And then speaking of Mercury, the next 2 days, on the 9th and 10th of April, we have the moon going into Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And the moon goes into Virgo in your 7th house of relationships, and the 7th house is relationships like colleagues, friends, relationships that aren't that deep, right? We still have Venus retrograde. So if you meet someone again and they seem like the bee's knees, like the everything you've ever dreamt of, be very cautious around that. But the good thing is that with Mercury direct, if there are colleagues you've had problems with, or you need to work as a group, you'll be able to do excellent work and come up with excellent answers and meaning on these 2 days. So if you're busy working, the 9th and 10th is ideal for group work. On the 11th and 12th and 13th, we've got the moon moving on. It goes into Libra and it moves into your 8th house of institutions and authorities. And on the 12th of April, we have Venus, the planet I've spoken so much about, prosperity and wealth and giving life to things and creativity. That goes direct. And it rules Libra, the sign that the moon is in. And on the 12th of April as well, we have a full moon in Libra. So the moon reaches its completion point. It's completely illuminated. It lets go of all of its energy and it showers you in Libra energy. So Libra, if you look at the glyph of it, it's a bridge with a bump in it. And it allows you to connect with things. And with it being in your 8th house, if you have any legal issues that are outstanding, if there's any mediation or negotiations going on, if there's anything to do with the government, if you are talking to corporations or companies or institutions, one, you'll be able to connect with them very well. You'll be able to find the right person to speak to. You'll get your foot in the door. And it's very likely that you're able to come to some sort of a resolution by having a discussion. So if there's anything around officialdom, bureaucracy, red tape, visa applications that need to be done, the 11th, 12th, 13th are perfect for you because you're massively supported by the moon in Libra in that sector. So if other people are still in the queue for another 2 months, you may find that you're not and that you luck out. So week 2, the moon starts on the 7th in your 6th house and it ends up on the 13th in your 8th house. And that's the right-hand side of your chart. And that's really what you're looking for or what's missing. So what am I looking for in order to have better health? What can I bring into my life that isn't there already? Or what are we looking for in terms of business and work that we can do as a team and accomplish? Or what is it that my passport needs stamping? How can I get that done? So anything that's missing, where you're consciously aware that it's missing and you need to get it sorted, you'll be able to do it in week 2. Week 3, Monday to Sunday, the 14th to the 20th of April. On the 14th and 15th, the moon is in Scorpio, and it's in your 9th house of travel, education, and the higher realms, and it joins Black Moon Lilith and Vesta, which are also both in Scorpio up there. So with the moon in Scorpio, it allows you to uncover hidden secrets. So anything that you have wanted to explore or discover in a practical way, a place you've wanted to visit that has real meaning to you, going there will really touch you in a very personal way. So if you can travel, please do. If there's something you're curious about or something that you wanted to discover about yourself, so let's say your heritage, your genealogy, but you've been frightened of getting the answer, then the 14th and 15th is a good time to do that. Or if it's, I want to have a spiritual breakthrough, I want to connect to something bigger, and I've never been able to do that, or I haven't had an interest in it, or the 14th and 15th really support you in having a spiritual breakthrough where you feel like, I have now discovered something in the higher realms that makes me feel like I'm home. On the 16th, 17th, and 18th, the moon goes into Sagittarius and it moves into your 10th house of work. So these 3 days are ideal for you to make incredible progress in your working life. If you've had a ton of work on and you haven't been getting anywhere with it, focus on it on the 16th, 17th, 18th. You will make huge progress. You're going to be incredibly focused. Nothing will distract you. You'll be powerful in your work. You'll be able to get a lot done. You'll even enjoy the process, and you'll enjoy the final outcome, the product that you come up with, the thing that you produce at the end of this journey. On the 16th of April, Mercury ingresses into Aries. That goes into your 2nd house of money. So this 3rd week is now really about you succeeding in your career and really figuring out how to make more money, how to realize the dream when it comes to money. What's sitting in your 2nd house during this time is Neptune, the water planet of dreams and intuition. That has been in Pisces for 14 years, and it moved into Aries on the 30th of March. So now, on the 16th of April, Neptune is in Aries. It's saying, make your dreams a reality. You've got your transiting midheaven in that 2nd house. That represents work. You've got Chiron, an asteroid known as the wounded healer. That's in that 2nd house in Aries. And the sun, your identity that you're aspiring to, they're all in your 2nd house. And you've got that moon zooming along in Sagittarius in your 10th. So the 16th, 17th, and 18th, something significant is going to happen either in your career. There may be a promotion, or you may get a pay rise, or you may find something on the side that allows you to invest in the right business. You may discover that, or you may notice something in the stock market. You may have been watching trends going up and down, and you may know because of your own research, this is what I need to put my money into now in order to make a fortune. These 3 days are fabulous for you in terms of your career and your money. On the 18th of April, Mars enters Leo, and Mars enters Leo in your 6th house of work, and it joins your transiting ascendant in Leo in your 6th house of work. So again, Mars is ambition, it's drive, it's masculinity, it's what I want, it's what I get done. In Leo, it is super powerful. So we've got the 10th house, your moon in Sagittarius. We've got the second house, money, full of Aries, fire. We've got your sixth house of work, Leo, more fire. So this third week is all about work. Don't go on holiday in week 3. Devote yourself to work fully. Look at your own money. You can really turn things around significantly and either make money on your own, on the side, independently, or you're able to take your career, your job, and take it to the next level. Then on the 19th and 20th, the moon goes into Capricorn, and it goes into your 11th house of hopes and dreams. And what that says to me is that the days prior to the 19th and 20th have been so good that the 19th and 20th now allow you to celebrate something wonderful that's happened. More money, a pay rise, a new job position. On the 19th, the sun enters Taurus. The sun enters Taurus in your 3rd house of communication, and it's joined by the part of fortune in Taurus, the thing that makes you lucky, that you don't need to work on, and Uranus is in Taurus in the 3rd house. So the 19th, 20th, we have got some very good news, Pisces, as far as your finances are concerned, and as far as your standing in terms of your career is concerned. There's been a major upgrade. You will have more money by week 3 than you did in the weeks prior. On the 20th of April as well, we have the moon reaching its 4th quarter. This time, this half moon is waning away on its way to becoming a new moon on the 27th of April. And the moon is in Capricorn in your 11th. So you'll have the peace and quiet to enjoy and to savor your success rather than to become excessive about it and to splurge and to immediately spend all of this extra money you've got. You'll be sensible, you'll be very strategic, you'll look at the next part of the game plan, what comes next. So week 3, on the 14th, the moon started in your 9th house. And then on the 20th, it ended in your 11th house. So that's the top part of your chart. It's knowledge, it's career, and it's hopes and dreams. So week 3 really takes it to the next level as far as your career is concerned. But what I mentioned as well with what's going on in the 2nd and the 6th houses, you'll be laughing when it comes to money and even status as far as your work is concerned. Now finally, week 4, Monday to Wednesday, the 21st to the 30th of April. The 21st, 22nd and 23rd, we've got the moon in Aquarius, and that's now in your 12th house of spirituality and spiritual strength. And we've got Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, destined and rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes sitting in there. And we've got Pallas, which is wisdom, also sitting in there in Aquarius. So this is a 3-day period where the universe speaks to you and it gives you even more information on how you can be of service to yourself through the acquisition of money, through the progression in your career. But on the 21st of April, we have Mercury, the communication planet, that reaches its greatest western elongation. And look for the planet low in the eastern sky just before sunrise if you get up early. And Mercury will be twinkling at you at 4 degrees in Aries in your 2nd house of money. So the universe is talking to you about setting new goals when it comes to your finances, when it comes to you creating money. And Mercury sits next to Neptune in Aries, the dream planet, saying, let's make it happen. On the 22nd and the 23rd, we have the Lyrids meteor shower. So if you're a stargazer, the best time to see this is after midnight. And the constellation Lyra is associated with music, harmony, and creativity. So Beethoven is playing as you're gathering all of these ideas for making money, for creating financial independence, and doing things either in your existing job or doing things on the side on top of your existing job to create additional sources of income. On the 24th and 25th, the moon then moves into Pisces, into your sign. It goes into your first house of self, and it sits there with the North Node, Venus, and Saturn also in your sign of Pisces. So these 2 days are really about, I know what my life purpose is. I know exactly what direction I'm going in. I have a love for what I'm doing. I feel 100% certain about what I'm doing, and I'm going to continue on. So you're going to be massively empowered. You will feel 100% like you're on the right track, and that if you keep going, the only thing that can happen is good things. On the 26th, the moon goes into Aries, and it joins Neptune in Aries, Mercury in Aries, and the asteroid Chiron in Aries, also sitting in your second house of money. So the 26th is another day to start a new business, to look at investments, to invest in another company, to ask for funding, anything to do with money, career, increasing your wealth. This is the time to look at it, particularly the 26th. And then the days after, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, the moon moves into Taurus, and it goes into your third house of perspective and communication and decision making. And Taurus is a fixed earth sign that's all about money. And on the 27th, we have a new moon in Taurus. So we have the moon pitch black, pulling in a ton of Taurus energy, and it's fertile soil, asking you to plant seeds of money that are going to grow into money trees. Next to it is transiting midheaven, which is your work. On the other side is Uranus, the miraculous and the unexpected. They're all sitting in Taurus in your third house. So what you know by now is unique to you as a Pisces, and you'll be able to plant certain things that are then going to grow into sources of income and abundance for you moving forward. Finally, on the 30th of April, we have the moon in Gemini, and it joins Jupiter again in Gemini in your fourth house of your roots and your family. It's another good day to spend with someone near and dear to you. Could be a family member, could be a friend who's like family, someone you love. And on this day, Venus ingresses into Aries. So Venus moves out of your sign of Pisces, and it joins all the planets in your second house of money. So Venus, the Empress, the planet of love and money and prosperity and creating businesses and giving life to things, now joins in Aries. Let's make it happen in your second house. And the 30th is good for a connection with a friend, but it's also great to start a new business. So it may be that the 30th is the day that you start your business with your friend, with your colleague, with your family member, or that a discussion that you have with this person leads to you starting a new business, or starting something that then creates another source of extra income for you. So Pisces, I've got good news for you. At the end of April, you're going to be a lot richer than you were at the beginning of April. And I support that wholeheartedly. I applaud you. In this last week, week 4, the moon started on the 21st in your 12th house, and it ended in your 4th house. So that's the 12th house, the 4th house, and quadrant 1, which is houses 1, 2, 3. So this last week is all about acquiring spiritual information that changes your perspective so that you can take action to create more wealth in your life. And it means that all of these actions leave you in a position where you feel much more secure and grounded and rooted and safe in life because you have more, which means that you have more freedom, you have more choice, you own more. You own everything, as they say. So it looks like an amazing month for you, Pisces. I hope you have a wonderful time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't know the time of birth, I can use sunrise, which is fine, but it means that the ascendant and the house placements are incorrect. So there's a process called chart rectification where you send me 10 or more significant life events, and with that information, I can manually work out your time of birth, which then means that the ascendant and the house placements are correct, which gives me a much more accurate chart. And by looking at your chart, I can see your life purpose, your vocational aptitudes, areas of your life where you have to do very little and you're naturally blessed, other areas of your life where you have to do more work and really try harder, what's destined for you in certain things where you have choice. So income and family and travel and education and spiritual development. To look at what's coming up in future, I look at your progress chart and your transits. If it's around your birthday, I also draw up a solar return chart. And all of those things allow me to look at what's coming up in future. So if you're in a position of change, if things are changing, if you're in a position of transition, then I can look at what's coming up in the months and years ahead, when the best time would be to move, to start the business, to leave the partnership, whatever it may be. So if you're interested in what's coming up, please also get in touch via the website gregoryscott.com. And there's another tool called astrocartography, which reverses this process. So me looking at your birth chart is me on Earth looking up. The astrocartography is simply the same info, but just from a different perspective. I position myself in the sky. I see how the planets were moving over different parts of the Earth at the moment you were born, and how each area then influences you. So it might be that Miami is ideal for you, but that Buenos Aires is not so good. It may be that Hong Kong is fabulous, but Tokyo isn't. It may be that Munich is your happy place, but that Barcelona isn't. So if you're interested in locations via astrocartography, please also get in touch for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. That's what helps it show up in searches. Subscribe for more videos in future, and please share this video. That's what helps this channel grow. I also do a daily tarot reading on my channel, which I absolutely love. Please consider becoming a channel member to watch those. For your membership, you get 30 or 31 videos a month. I do those every day. So if you want to be a part of that, please do become a channel member. You are very, very welcome. And I hope this video has been useful to you. I hope you have a wonderful April, and I will speak to you soon. All the best.